Okay, gang, I want to do non-gang members. Okay, everybody's invited. You don't have to be a gang member. It's free. But I want to show how we got 100% gain on PAAS. Nobody wanted PAAS. Goldman Sachs been saying they're short silver. And I said, no, we're going to buy it. They're wrong because the stock market is getting so bloated, so overvalued by 50, 60%, that I said everybody's going to start running to gold. They'll start running to gold for protection. And I also said the dollar was going to collapse. But the main reason that gold is going up and commodities going up, not because of demand. Listen to this today. This is unbelievable, this lie.
Let me tell you what I think stock investors are queuing off of. I look at sensitive commodity prices. We're seeing increases in iron ore, in aluminum, in nickel. The agricultural sector is beginning to boom. These sensitive commodity prices, I think, are a signal to an increase in world demand.
No, there's no demand. No, there's no demand, okay? Just like copper and the rest of it, there's no demand. China was our big demand. There's just no demand. Now, there is demand from some countries. They like to buy gold mostly in China. But here's what's going on. They're all going up because of the problem. Smart money looks at the stock market, and they know that the stock market is bloated by 50%. So they did the same thing in 1929, did the same thing in the 70s, the same exact thing. So here's all I want you to look at. It's so simple. When the red line's going up like this, you can't see it here, but anyways, the red line crosses the yellow line right here. It goes up. As soon as it turns green, there you go. All right. Soon as it right here, crossed up right here, see it? It has to stay on this side. She went up, and there you go. She just kept climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing, okay? And then she pulled back a little bit, okay, up in here, a little bit back up in here, but she stayed green. As long as she stays green, okay? Then she crossed over. The thing is, though, when it pulls back underneath the line, you don't add to your position or buy it for the first time. When you buy, it's got to be green, and it's got to be laying over the yellow line. It's that simple. And then when it turns like this is the beautiful thing. When it turns, it will notify you that the institutions are pulling their money out. It'll come down like this. And then you'll get your candlesticks coming down like this. And then you start selling it short. And then you make the money all the way on the way back down. So if we made 100% on the way up, we'll make 100% on the way down. And so that's how it works. It's that simple. Let me tell you what's going on in the market. And this is so easy for people if you're busy. You know, I can't say enough about it. Let's talk about the market for a minute, okay? The stock market, remember, we've had the stock market such just a terrible, let's see if I get here we go. The stock market, okay, the stock market right now, we've had three. We had the tech bubble, okay, going up like this. All right, the tech, and then as you know, she broke, right, like this. She came down, she broke. And that was it. Then they decided to let's engineer the market back up again with housing. Back up, and then she broke again. And they always break for the same reason. And that is because they reach a point and there's no more demand, and prices start to fall. And when prices start to fall, people get laid off, and it just feeds on itself, and you get the crash. This one they got in called the QE. This was the tech. Okay, this over here was the housing, and next was the QE. QE went up. They pumped it up, QE, with all kinds of buy stock backs, mark to model, changing accounting rules. Unbelievable how they cheated. Went to the banks, printed money, bought all their bad loans and put cash in for it. I mean, just game after game after game. But what happened is it was just starting to collapse right here. Just started to collapse like this. Just started to collapse. And then all of a sudden it turns around and she continued and doubled. And what they did here, this is when they really started right here with stock buybacks, where they printed the money, right? They printed the money right here, printed the money and gave all that money to large corporations. And that's exactly what they did. They printed the money and all the companies bought their own shares back to push their own stock up. And when they do that, they don't need earnings, they don't need margins, they don't need anything. But it only can sustain itself for so long. So what's going to happen is the first crash is going to come right here. It's going to turn, it's going to break, and it's going to crash, and she's going to come right down to the first right here. This is a guarantee right here. That's the base right there. And she's going to come right down to that base, and then she'll probably go up for a little while, come down, up, and then she eventually is going to come all the way back down here. This is the most dangerous. This is so bloated. But what we do is with our PT2, as long as it stays green, we stay in. So that's what's going to happen with the market. The market can't sustain itself. And the message we're getting from the market right now with all the commodities going up in prices is the smart money is worried that this is going to collapse, and they're getting out of the market and they're going into the commodities, okay? And you can't sustain a market that you're sitting there. You have existing home sales are down, housing starts are down, same store sales are down, business sales are down, truck, rail, shipping all down, wholesale inventories bloated, auto used cars bloated. Can't sell cars. Yeah, subprime. Factory orders have plunged to a 10-year low. Manufacturing, industrial production plunged too. Exports have plunged. I mean, no matter where you look, there's never any good news. And the worst news, they pushed the market back up because I believe they've got to get Hillary Clinton elected. So what they're doing is they're saying, all right, what we're going to do is we got to get her elected because Obama, he's so scared to death that they're going to, if they lose, that his legacy goes away with his Obamacare. So what they're doing is they're doing anything to keep this game going, to keep pushing this up. They're going to keep pushing this up. That's exactly what they're looking to do, and I can see it because it makes no sense the way it's going up. And so they're going to just keep it going up and keep it going up. They can't do it anymore. And then this will be is so heavy. There's just nothing to support it. See, so what a wonderful opportunity to make money in the way up and to make money in the way down. And think about it. It's a great way to doing it because you can be guided so easily with such a tool as the PT2. You haven't got to do anything. You know what's the good thing about the PT2? You can get your kids to learn. That's right. Get your kids to learn how to use it. And boy, if you can get your kids to learn how to use it and give them that education to use the PT2, wow, that's what you need right there. Okay, that's it. If you want to be more active, we have PT1 right here. Our PT1 is for more of an active, this guy right here. See, PT2, you can get in from you be in it from 2 months to 3 months to how long you want to be. On PT1, it's a shorter time frame. We trade in a shorter time frame, and we trade from 3 to 5 days, okay? And it's very easy to use this too, but this is so easy, okay? Join my gang, check it out, and I'll see you on the charts.